Hey everybody, I'm Stan Stalnaker, and we're here at the Hub Culture Climate Pavilion with Hedera at COP27 in Sharm El-Sheikh, Egypt. It's pretty warm out for November. Joining me is Hania Othman, who's the Senior Director for Impact and Investment for Europe and Africa at the HBAR Foundation. The HBAR Foundation is the grant-making arm that's connected to Hedera to drive sustainable impact and many other things. Let's talk about it. Tell us about the fund.
So thank you for having me here, Stan. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. So we love being at Hub Culture. So as Stan mentioned, I am with the HBAR Foundation, which is the grant-giving arm of Hedera, which is a layer 1 blockchain of distributed ledger technology. And the HBAR Foundation has 4 verticals which we provide grants to, which is the Crypto Economy Fund, we have the Metaverse Fund, the Sustainable Impact Fund, and the Financial Innovation Fund. Myself and my colleagues, we work at the Sustainable Impact Fund, who we provide grants to bring the balance sheet of the planet to the public ledger. What that means is we provide grants within the ecosystem for sustainable development, starting from sustainable debt, carbon forwards, the DMRV, which is a digital measurement, reporting and verification system, towards trading and creating liquid markets.
So Hania, that's a really big mission for the HBAR Foundation. Let's talk about that a little bit more in terms of COP27. So one of the big emerging themes from this COP is this idea of a regenerative world, and moving regenerative beyond its typical role of regenerative agriculture to look at many aspects of society.
Yeah.
But to get to regenerative, it seems like the HBAR view is that we need the data and transparent data to be able to actually make these investments viable. Is that right? And what are some projects that you guys are looking at that fit into that, that mission?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Regeneration is indeed a very important topic for us. So we are looking to put value, data, and to provide value on that data. So we feel that nature is, let's say, the gold actually of our planet, and is currently not integrated as an internality. So we want to make it from an externality to an integrated internality. We believe when we are able to trace it, make it auditable, and create liquid markets out of it, we're able to integrate that and create value and create a regenerative market that includes these different aspects and includes nature as a stakeholder.
So, you know, for people who don't know very much about the world of digital assets and distributed technologies, we talk often about layers. And so there's what we call a layer 1, a layer 2, a layer 3. Hub Culture lives kind of at the layer 3 level. We're very consumer facing. We have digital assets like Van and Van Oxygen and Ultra assets that are traded within our community. But then they drive down to what we would call layer 2, where they can go onto blockchain. And then at the layer 1, you have protocols like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Hedera. So can you talk to me a little bit about the difference between Hedera at the layer 1 level? Because you have something called HTS and HCS.
Yeah. So HTS is the Hedera token service, and HCS is the Hedera consensus service. So the difference is that we are able, our layer 1, we're first of all not a blockchain, we're a distributed ledger technology. We consider ourselves to be a next generation blockchain because of the very, very low energy usage, and any energy that we use is being offset directly within our chain.
So you're effectively a carbon neutral chain.
Certainly, yes. That's where we aim for. That's also where our focus comes from in sustainability. We want to walk our talk in principle.
That's great.
Yeah.
So as a distributed ledger technology, what is it that makes it so much more efficient from an environmental perspective?
It makes it, our consensus service makes it much more efficient. The reason why is because we don't have endless amount of copies that are continuously being produced. Our consensus service is differently developed. I believe that other folks from Hedera can speak better about this subject, but our consensus service works in such a way that we have a governing council members, and each of them have a node and a voting power. These are 39 governing council members coming from different areas. We're talking talking about IBM, DLA Piper, Avery Dennison, who's running use cases on our network. And these governing council members, they have a vote, and they get selected randomly in order to perform that vote. So it doesn't have to go across every single node on the network. And that saves energy eventually and makes it much faster than any other proof of stake consensus mechanism.
Great. So as you look at what's happening around COP, we're going to wrap up, but I'd love to hear what your vision is for a sustainable regenerative world, and how does Hedera fit into that?
Yeah, so our vision and my vision for a sustainable regenerative world is that we are able to integrate the next gen Web3 solutions with our very much science-based sustainability market. So working together actually with these scientists, with these initiatives that have been well-founded, and being able to provide them with an extra layer of security, auditability, and liquidity in order to scale these markets to perform into where they need to perform.
So elegantly said. Thank you so much, Hania. We're
you.
going to come back to you more with more interviews and discussions here from the Climate Pavilion. Find us also on the Chronicles podcast for in-depth conversations about the role towards solving climate change.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam.